Okay, so it's time to continue on the little unboxing I did before, and finally to open that doll. And as I mentioned there, I'll be opening this doll as a review because there is not nearly enough information about those going around. Well, to get started, this doll just arrived from Japan today, and I got her from the Yahoo auctions, and she cost me about, well, 250 US dollars by default, well, without accounting for delivery and the shipping. And she's honestly a cat in the box, which I don't know anything about, because aside from the picture of the box itself, there were no pictures attached by the seller. But the seller had like pretty good reputation, and hopefully she's all right. Maybe it does mean that it's new. I don't know. But yeah. Okay. So first of all, in order to open it, I need to get rid of the bubble wrap around it. And as you can see, the box is really huge. It's a 1:3 form, like middle of the format 1:3. Yes, like that's how big it is. And as a comparison, this is the little Red Riding Hood doll I have, and that's how big the box is. Like, this is barely scratching the surface of it. Right, so big doll. Hopefully she's all right. And there are no problems with its condition. But yeah. Okay, so she's a black raven. I think she's series 2 from my research. From the little research I did on it after I saw her. There are only like a few pictures available of her online, and especially of her because she's also a limited edition of the doll. Well, it's not like a limited edition, but like direct store sale version. So she's more rare than the dolls we usually get out through the pre-order system. And she has different, like compared to her default version, she has a different hair color, I think, and the outfit color. Okay, so, oh, actually that's convenient. It's actually showing her, showing both arts. This is, I think, the back side of the box. And yes, this is not easy to get on camera, so I'll just show it like this. And yeah, the lighting is not good. Okay, so let me try getting her on camera. Oh, I'll probably put the box down. And now that she's actually illuminated, to be able to see the box. So now there you have Azone International, the link to their store. Lilia Black Raven 2 is the name of the doll. Made in Japan. The price, that's suggested price for her. And I think, like, since it's a very old doll, I think it's like 2011. Maybe slightly newer, but I'm pretty sure the price for those, the default price is higher now. But as I said, I paid for her like pretty low price for a doll of that size. And here is her portrait. So the close-up and the full body outfit, full body picture. And there's a description which I unfortunately cannot really read. And then there is her default version, non-limited one. So as you can see, the hair color is different, and the outfit, instead of, as you can see, she's using white t-shirt, shirt. And yeah, hers is slightly different, and I think hers even, yeah, it's white instead of black, but I'm not sure if there are any other differences, because the boots are the same, I think, for both versions. They're just black, and the dress might be the same too, but it's kind of hard to tell because For this one, it's kind of easy to tell where the dress starts and the blouse ends. But for this one, it's just all black, so... Okay, and on the upper side, that's the picture I literally saw when I was getting her. And as you can see, it's just saying Azone, original doll Lilia, and just a little picture of her face, and a little note that it's a limited edition. And the top of the box is nothing. And the sides of the box are, well, it has Azone International again. Actually, I'm surprised they're calling this house International, considering they don't. I mean, it's mostly in Japan. So there is her name with eyes, having those black little rhombs on top, and on her A, there is a crow sitting. I think it's kind of nice. A nice touch. I think this whole series is actually about like a girl fighting demons, or like a group of girls fighting demons. Not like a magical girl group, but more like, yeah. So there is some dirt. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on the package itself. I'm not even sure if she's used or new, so can't really be talking here about that. But yeah. So allow me to place the camera again and try to open her, because I'm really curious, honestly. I've been waiting for her for quite a long time. Ever since I kind of, I guess you can say it was impulsive buying. Okay, so this is just a protective layer. It doesn't really have anything on it. It might be even something that the place I bought her from put on her. So yeah, I'll need to open it, and yeah, forgetfulness, there's this package where she arrived originally. It's out of the way. There's like a whole lot of package material just spread around the floor right now. So it was a pretty big package, so now that I'm sure that, I can take that off, and let's see if she's in good condition or not. Part of the reason I'm filming this. If she's not, then I can at least have something as a proof that it wasn't me. Okay, so after I took off the protective layer, yeah, I don't think it's new because it will probably have something down inside of it, but after I took off the protective layer, you can just slide the box out. So careful. Don't really want to hurt the box. Right, so, and this box is just pure white, nothing really to write home about, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not like, that's what it looks like. It's good that this camera can actually catch this. And oh, so you can just open it like to the side like this. Let's see. Oh, okay, I think that's the top part. So that's how you open it. And here she is. Let's see, there is a booklet here. The first thing you see is a booklet. And it just says Azone International Doll, and it shows a picture of actually the original, like regular version. And I think that's the manual of how to care for Azones. It's the same one that's attached to all the older Azone dolls. I got one, for example, like this with Red Riding Hood doll here. And yeah, I think I'll be opening this up later. Yeah, I really like the print here. I actually like both versions, but I probably wouldn't have gotten her if it... Oh no, I did. Here's the packet, but probably wouldn't have gotten her if it was just the regular version, because just being pretty is not enough to make me buy it all of that price, especially since she's my first one of that format. But yeah, I totally butchered this little bag, but okay. I mean, even if I do plan to sell her, I just need to make sure everything else stays intact. Yeah, that's a little booklet which showcases both those. full body art. And what is attached with her? And I think that's for a regular one, actually. Is she a regular one in the end? But no, the picture clearly stated that it's a limited version. But the booklet looks like it's for a regular one, right? Because it has a black blouse. And it has her art in the end. So they don't even attach the booklet for specific to the limited one. That's surprising. Okay, there are some extra papers here. So it's 50 cents. Taking that it's 50 centimeter all. I'm not sure what is going to be with those papers. So I guess it's kind of like an instruction how to put her. Oh, how to put gloves on her. That's nice. It's always nice to have a reference like that. And what is the last one? Oh, and the last one is actually, I think, a reference to how to swap heads. Ooh, okay. Well, not that I really have anything to swap. Okay, let me put that back into the ravaged bag. Hopefully it just fits back in. And I can continue with the doll herself because I can already see her clothes. I can already kind of, oh no, I think it's her head. Her hand parts, not her head showing. Oh yeah, that box, little bag is beyond destroyed. I'm usually trying to be careful, but sometimes I guess I just can't. Which is a bit sad. You usually want to keep your all your stuff in good condition. Yeah. Okay, I'll just put this back for now. Okay, so first of all, here are her boots, and they are like actually quite big. I mean, I only owned 1/6 format of Azone. I never actually had any kind of 50 centimeter dolls. So she's actually smaller than the BGD's CD dolls would be. But it's like I haven't even had a chance to have one of those either. So okay, so here go her boots. They're made of like smooth leather. I bet it's fox leather. And they are tied all the way up. I'm pretty sure you can untie them, but no way I will. Oh, and thankfully they are actually, you can just zip them. Okay, so for now I will just put the boots away because those will be going directly on the doll, thankfully. And I didn't destroy their bag they were in, so that's good. Okay. Then there goes her main outfit, and that's actually a very thick bag. Oh, probably because it has everything inside. Her blouse, the dress part, the skirt part. Is this like an extra part, or is this something you just put underneath? I might actually reference that manual they have. But yeah, those are the clothes, and I'll probably just put them away for now. And let's get to, that's how I put them away. They are on the box. Well, and time to get to the main part, the doll herself. She's all wrapped up in the bubble wrap. Wow, she's heavy compared to the dolls I've ever owned. Yeah, I don't think she's new. Let's hope she's in a good condition. So I don't think she will distort like that if she was new. Oh wow, that's some big doll. Yeah, and since this is the Black Raven series, I'm pretty sure they have like, it's not a wig she's wearing, it's her actual hair. And well, that's one big doll, which is pretty difficult to fit. Okay, so she's wrapped like this, and I will just, but it's not closed in the backpack, so I can just take her off with this. So here she is. Oh wow, that's soft. Wow. I guess I didn't expect that, but this part is like you can actually deform it. I guess that's what differs those dolls from actual like BGD dolls. But her torso is actually soft. It's, yeah, wow. I didn't expect that. I expected it to be like a hard part, just like you know, bigger dolls are, or maybe like not exactly like that, not made out of resin, but you know, like to have. So her joints are quite stiff, like, which is probably good for posing. And as one of the Azone dolls, she also has little magnets in her feet. Or actually, I think it's just something like a metal. And she has a magnetic stand. She should have one. And I think I can actually see it. So let me take that out. Let's see how she stands. So I'm just putting it here. And here she is. Well, the stand on the ground. Oh, that's actually really nice. And it secures her. Well, yeah, it's really hard to see her like this, right? She can stand. Well, this stand, it's super easy to put her on. I would appreciate that if smaller dolls also had something like that. But I guess when you're wearing boots, it's not that easy. Or maybe it is. Who knows? I think it should be. And as far as the doll goes, so she has. Well, I should probably take that off. Looks like the protective gear on her. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely butchering her right now. We'll put it like this. It's really hard. I don't really have a cameraman going on. But yeah, I will take off this part here. Oh, her hair. Her hair is decently nice to touch. I would probably try to wash it in the end. It has this feel. Maybe it's because she's an old doll. But there is quite a lot you can do. Like as far as the since her legs are basically glued, it's pretty easy to get her to pose. Yeah, I think this way it's nice to see her. Well, I don't think I should keep her nude for long. Well, her joints are, so you can rotate. You also can go into both directions. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't go up and down with those. Maybe you can on the newer Azone bodies. But as I mentioned, this one is a pretty old doll. And right. I really like the condition she's in though. Like, they didn't show the pictures, so you would imagine all kind of scary stuff, but she might even be new, but... Well, as I could say, I couldn't find a single review on those dolls, so... It's really hard to say. So allow me to reference the little how to dress the doll manual, actually. So like, I don't think it's should be too difficult to get her going, but her outfit doesn't seem that complicated, but okay, so you start with the underskirt, I guess. Oh, she has pants. So I'll be opening this now. And this is clothes. I don't want to destroy it, so... Oh, I didn't I? Probably because it's a bit too stiff. Maybe I'm just bad at that. I usually manage to open my little dolls boxes without destroying them, but... Okay, so here are her accessories. I mean, like I said, I'm still not sure if she's new or not, because knowing how Japanese are very meticulous about packing, she might have been repacked, but so she comes with some accessories, like this little crest here, Um, I think it's the same for both. And the dagger. Does she have another one? Or yeah, I think it's just one dagger. Okay, so according to the manual, I think this part comes first. It's her underskirt. And maybe it's also her pant. Oh, maybe it's her underwear, actually. Well, the boxes all look sealed. So like I said, very hard to tell if it's a new doll or used in a very good condition. But, like, I mean, so as far as, like, Japanese auctions go, even if they say it's used, it usually looks as good as new. Oh, those are kind of like those half pantaloons, actually. I thought it was a skirt in the beginning, right? But those are actually her panties. And they are in an interesting shape. Well, I guess it's supposed to be like the series about like older times, so maybe it makes sense. Okay, so let me get her dressed. It's probably not gonna be very easy, will it? Well, they don't specifically mention how to do it, so I guess I'll just have to do it off the camera. But yeah, maybe I'll just edit that out, or maybe not. Okay, so let's get your legs. But to be fair, I bet dressing her will be slightly easier than dressing up like a very small doll. Just because, you know, the size is bigger and it's just easier to get in touch with things. But I also really don't want to break her, or anything for that matter. So I really hope I don't destroy any of her clothing. Okay, so first stage is done. And yeah, so that's how it looks like. It's actually like, I don't know, you could probably, I'm not sure, but maybe you could even wear it like just outside. Like this, like the shorts and the skirt. It looks a bit weird, but yes. Okay, so next I guess the blouse goes in. And not that part. It's actually not a dress. So I guess this will be next. And I need to carefully open it. Okay, like I mentioned, this doll, well, not accounting for shipping and the other fees I had to pay to get her here, but she costed me like, $250, which I think was a pretty good price. Yeah, so there is this little cardboard insert which has her blouse on, and I am very worried about this blouse. Like, it's transparent and it's very thin, so I should really try my best not to destroy anything as I'm trying to dress her up. Okay, is this the part I should be, well, it looks like a part I should be putting on. How to get it off? Is it using like buttons, or I might be using buttons, but it's hard to tell. I really don't want to destroy this. It would be too much. Yeah, they're on like little transparent clasps, which you won't notice unless you look very closely. Okay, please let me do it without tearing anything apart. Okay, well, I'll just hand it here. And then I will probably... Okay, I think like dressing up is on one side the fun part of owning a doll. But whenever you handle clothes, it's so stressful. And those are super tight. It's very difficult. So, as you can see, I'm getting them off right now, but it's really, really not easy. And they have those clasps, like right under where there is this imitation of buttons on the blouse herself, right? So, as you can see, like, not under everyone. I think like here it kind of went astray. But under this one, it's like directly under that one. yeah, so and I'm just like worried because it's a very fine material, so like it's very easy to just destroy it, and yeah, that wouldn't be nice. Okay. Oh, okay, so is this the part I can... Okay, so that actually is a separate piece. Oh, well, right, so it's kind of like the little thing you put around, and it's using the hook to hook it on. And then there is the blouse, which is, as you can see, very transparent, very soft. And let me get it on her. And I'm sorry, her head doesn't really show. It's because, well, she's so tall. It's kind of hard to fit her. Let me actually take her. I still can't get used to how soft her torso is. Like, maybe it's actually a good idea to take the hands off. And as you can see, her hands come off very easily. It's what they are meant to do, so if you get one, don't worry about doing that. And then there is, of course, like the part that you can exchange too, so no need to be too worried if you get one of those off. And those are really long. Like the whole thing is quite long. Yeah, that's useful for when you need to change clothes and all, because hands can get in the way if you're putting on something with the sleeves. Okay, let me get her hair out of the way. And oh, usually that's the part that's cut out whenever someone struggles to dress the doll. Can I even dress her like that? It's really not as easy as it looks. It's much easier to dress yourself than it is to dress a small doll. Well, I mean, she's not a small doll by any means. Here she is. And should be getting her hands back in place. Hopefully I won't have to take them off again. Right, so okay, now which hand is which? I think this is her left hand, the right hand. It's kind of hard to tell when you're looking from that perspective, because from her perspective it will be a bit different. Yeah, and as you can see, that's what the inside of her head looks like. So she's like a neck. I think she's empty inside. Okay, so just like they came out, come back quite easily. And I like her blouse, which literally just hides the ball joint. Because you see, of this wrist part, it's just hidden behind it. So it's a nice detail, because everything else is like just kind of semi-transparent. So okay, and getting her second hand back in. And now for the, actually that's like a second step in the manual. And then they ask you to button it up. And I guess that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, and that's what the cardboard this blouse came on, was on. Just nice. Oh, I did get an extra outfit for her. But something tells me I won't be changing clothes very often. It's not an easy task. I don't like how, like, I mean, at some, like, in one way I do like it. On the other side, like, going into that often will be quite difficult. So one of the reasons I got her is because I have one character, like, I like one character which has the same color of eyes as her, and her hair also is dark. It's just Lacey Baskerville from Under Hearts. So the first time, like, I saw her, I thought immediately about that character. Okay, can you please just get on? Okay, the last one. Well, closing them is not difficult. I think opening them up was way more difficult than it is to. And so worried about her clothes. Like, I'm just worried that if I just apply like a slightest bit of force on her blouse, it will just tear apart, and that will be, oh, so not nice. Maybe I should just actually keep that part and just see what the struggle is. Maybe it will make you rethink buying one of those. Just because, you know, of the pure clothing struggle. Aside from the fact that those are very expensive too. Like, when I said that she was not, like, I got her relatively cheap, I meant exactly, like... So, it actually looks like kind of half of an outfit. Of course, it's a bit too official, like, to wear those with just a blouse like that. But she looks a bit stiff, I think, here. You can see. If I take this slightly down. Yeah. That's what she looks like currently. She's on step 3 of clothing the doll manual. And okay, so not to lose this. Okay, now the skirt part should be coming on. That will get her to a pretty finished state of clothing. And it's just a black skirt. It's a bit frilly, you can see. And it's, I mean, their clothes are made of very nice materials, of course. And it's on a zipper behind, so I need to have you for a second, princess. And so one of the main concerns of those who own those dolls is staining. So, for example, if you have dark clothing like that skirt here, like, you have to be careful and maybe take extra measures, because you don't want the body to get stained by the clothes, right? Like, it will just leave some dark spots. And this thing is surprisingly, like, it's tight. It's really hard to get it on top of it. Did I do something wrong? Well, I don't think I did anything wrong here. Yeah, putting this... yeah, if she had, like, regular pants, it will probably be an easier ordeal than it is. Because, so this part is very frilly, too, and you have to kind of put that all on. Okay, can I move your hair? Okay, so I will raise up her shirt. Okay, good. Now it fits. And now I don't want her blouse to get. So can you please stand for a second? On one of the Azone dolls I do have, I think it's like the Sarah's Alamo also, kind of like the direct sales edition. Her skirt was super weird from behind. Like, if you look at it straight, like from the front side, it looks like a normal skirt, but in the back it will be like a super shirt. So thankfully this one is not like that. And let me get her blouse out. So I think it should go like this. At least that's what I think it should look like. I'm not sure if the blouse should be underneath or like to go on top of the skirt. Actually it might be going up, like above the blouse. But, I mean, technically this part will not be seen at all, because that's the piece that goes on next, of course. Well, let's see how this goes like this. Maybe I should just get her blouse under the skirt. Because up here, like, the blouse doesn't quite fit over the skirt. Actually, okay, let me just redo it real quick. Okay, just really didn't want to get it, you know, scrunch it though. Yeah, and that's even more clothing to shove into that skirt. I mean, there is originally a bit too much, with all the frills on her pants. Okay, so, okay. Don't want her hair to be stuck in a zipper. And I suppose that's easier than having her blouse on top of it. Well, this already looks like something, at least. So that's this kind of like middle stage of dressing, with only a few extra things left. Okay, her ribbon. Should I put it on now? Maybe. I don't think it really matters too much when to put her ribbon on. What I really like about her that she has dark hair, and I don't think there were many dark-haired Lilias released. And her face, of course, is like with that slight smile. She looks really kind. Yeah, of course, it's hard to see her like this, but she has a pretty kind face. Her long hair is really nice too, and I like that it's dark. Okay, so almost done here. It's hard to see on the manual because, again, in the manual it's the regular sales version, and she has black blouse, so whenever like the skirt and the blouse are together, it's really hard to see which one is which. Okay, so I will be putting the bags related to her back in, just because I don't really want to lose them. Manuals, of course. Okay, so it's the last part. Well, I mean, big part of clothing. She also has boots and all that stuff. And I actually managed to not destroy this bag, which makes me happy. But here, her. I don't know how to call it. I called it dress original, but it's not a dress, right? It's not a corset either. It's kind of like. I think that's something that guys usually. Maybe not. I don't really know how to call this piece of clothing. It's not even the language barrier. Okay, so I can undo it like this. And honestly, I want to reference the manual for this because I'm not sure how. I mean, I guess from the bottom up, but going through those frills is giving me chills. Oh, okay. Here it goes. Yeah, that's more like it. It will be pretty annoying if it wasn't like this. Yeah, so you can open it. So this is actually like functional. Those are hooks, I think. And okay, let's get it on her. I don't think I need the manual for this one. I think the best idea will be to just get the hair out of the way like this, and then it will. Oh, it's probably. Okay, can you stand? Right, the struggle is real. Too bad you can't see her face when I stand her like this. Because it will be more entertaining to see the torture of this poor doll. If you can actually see her. But what I intended, like, oh, okay. her hand actually fell out of her socket. It was a very easy, but it's just as easy to get it right back, so it's not a big deal. I just be careful about the blouse, so that so I'm not sure if you can see it, but I just accidentally got it off. I think it's like super easy to get this out. I just don't want the blouse to get stuck underneath the joint. Okay, let me actually just take her for a second there. This part, it's somewhat complicated, especially when her hands are falling apart. Oh, that was not fun. Okay, finally, that one is on. And her hand completely, out of the socket again. So I guess I just should be careful with that hand. Well, good thing it's very easy to put it back in. So just not to break it, and it's nice that up here it's like not as tight, so it's actually easier to get it in without getting the screw itself stuck underneath. But okay, so can you crouch? Well, some of her, like, this leg is fine. This leg is much, like, you can hear go. So, okay, let's just put you like this. So yeah, that's what it looks like, this detail. Not easy to get on. It's super tight underneath here, so, yeah. I mean, it fits her nicely, of course, and I think like I also got it a bit. Yeah. Probably need to do something about this part because you see it's getting a bit out of control. Yeah. You have to like one of the things is behind her neck, and then you have to close it here too. So, oh, that was an ordeal. Okay, but with that, her upper body is done. And now, about one of the scariest parts is this, her stockings. Why does she, I'm not even sure if they do show, like, from behind her boots, because remember the boots are super tall, so it's hard to tell if it will be like that. And that's almost an hour of me just taking her out and trying to put all this on. Oh, okay, that's very long stockings. Yeah, you don't take her leg off. And of course it can't be seen like that. Okay, so, well, I don't think there's a difference. Hope there is none. Okay, I should get here. I'm dragging the way when I need to put the boots. Well, I wonder if the second time is gonna work out better. See if I can get this going nicely. Oh, actually, second time was actually easier, much easier. Maybe because I'm less stressed now. Maybe it's actually like false ease. Maybe I should be more careful putting that on. Just seemed to slip on so nicely though. Right, it's actually okay. That's not that bad at all. Maybe it's because it was already stretched once. Yeah, if it's like that, I can put them on. It's fine. I mean, I can put them on either way, but yeah, that was fast. And the second one goes on. Yeah, and my legs are definitely. Well, I'll probably be cutting this part off. needs to see me struggle with the stockings. Okay, let me have your leg, lady. And like this. I guess even if her leg did come off, like, you still need to put it inside the stocking at some point. Okay, so where is... yeah. They are symmetrical. More or less. Yeah, the clothing for those dolls is expensive. Like the smaller ones, I thought it was expensive. For the 1/6 ones, when I was just looking through the auctions and just seeing what they have on sale. But the clothing for the bigger ones is just so expensive. I think I got it slightly wrong here. Well, I mean, most of the stocking will be hidden behind, like, under the boot anyway, so it's not too big of a deal, probably. Did I get it stuck under the ball joint? Oh no. Didn't I? It's just getting tight here. Stockings. Look really nice. Dressing up, not fun. I think it applies actually to both the real life and the doll world. Except, I think it looks better in dolls than it does on me. So, I'm getting more of my... but it's also more difficult. And it's much more difficult to get a replacement if you do tear one up. So, well, hopefully that doesn't happen with this one. And this is it for the stockings, actually. Surprise, surprise, I actually managed. Yeah, I probably got this part wrong, but, well, it is what it is. Okay, so can you stand up so I can make sure they're even? Yeah, and they look really nice too, honestly. Okay, so is your hat not coming out, thankfully? Okay, so for now, only several parts are left, so I need to put her ribbon on, which should be easy. I hope it is. So, under this, and... well, her hair doesn't make it easy, necessarily, but... I'm trying to see how to put it on, like, better, because it's already, it has like a conflict with her, well, not the bodysuit part, but the part that goes above the... oh, okay. So with that, her ribbon is in place indeed. Okay, so that's how it looks like on her. Well, I'll be showing the whole thing, since I'm probably cutting this part off anyways. And her boots. Her good, very good. I hope it's not as bad as stockings are. I'll have to sit her down. Yeah. I really like what they did with the magnetic stand. Honestly, it's so easy to stand her up, which is refreshing compared to some other dolls. Okay, this is... doesn't actually, unlike small Azones, or maybe it's just the newer Azones, but you see it's not marked for which foot it goes on, but it's kind of obvious too, anyways, so hopefully this will... oh, what I'm worried about is the combination of the zipper and the boots. This is terrifying, honestly. Okay, it's not easy. Just getting her leg in. Well, as if it ever is easy to put those parts on. It's just a curse of owning a doll, I guess, in the first place. Well, or more, owning a very high detail. Like, I wish, you know, regular dolls received clothing like this. But then, like, think about all the kids. And of course it will be way more expensive then. Really don't want her boots to fall apart. How to put you on? That's the question. Because you see, it's like, I'm not sure if it shows, but it's kind of stuck in that part. That's maybe I'm just doing it very wrong. So, instruction. Do you know something about this? Okay. Okay. Maybe if I have it on a different angle, it will be easier. Actually, it's getting in. Yep, it's getting in. Well, I mean, it's meant to, so it shouldn't be really a surprise. But I don't know. Again. Did they say to untie the ribbon too? That would be terrible if it's true. No, they don't. Struggle. Struggle, struggle. But I should show her in full. Okay, I'll pause the video now. My struggles with your clothing are over, thankfully. That's what the final outfit looks like, and let me face the light like this. So I think her clothing is honestly really nice. I don't think she's magnetizes quite as well as she does when she's barefoot. Right. Yeah, that's what her full clothing set looks like. Of course, still lacking a few accessories. Please don't fall. Yeah. As I mentioned, the boots do prevent the magnets in the stand to work. So consider this if you're getting one of those. And to stand this. And yeah, that's, I guess, that is it for most of it. Let me just sit here like this. Oh yeah, and you can see the way her hand is posable is quite incredible, honestly. Like, it goes all the way. The only thing is it does fly out of its socket. Yeah, very easily. So it's probably going to get quite annoying if you will be posing her often and a lot. But other than that, like, I don't really see that many flaws. I mean, clothing is difficult, but when isn't it? And okay, sit like this. And I should be putting her accessories on, which is this little crest here. So I think she's a monster hunter. Might even be a vampire. Honestly, she probably does have like a backstory, but I am not. I mean, I read a little story on the Doll Insider that she's the main character actually of the series, and she and her friends just fight. So hence all their releases are mostly like focused on fighting something, and they often wield weapons. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and I think it's really nice. It's a very good quality. little necklace for sure. It should be. Okay, now it's back. Now it's back into the socket. I was just bad at it. Okay, Lily, look up. Okay, and while I was fiddling with the hand, her crest, of course, went completely astray. It should be back in soon. Okay, so so thing with those very tall, like very high boots is also that her knees, I mean, you can certainly pose her, but I'm slightly worried still. I mean, it's meant to be like that, so shouldn't be any issues, but I definitely need to get her a good hair care later. But right, so should I sit her like this? And with the crest and all? Yep, easy to sit her like this. And of course, her final part is this dagger here. Actually, I need to open that box she's sitting on. So that dagger, that's what size it has related to the rest of her body. But I should also be getting her other hands out, because I suppose her other hands will be, yep, the ones that hold the dagger, because she can't really hold them like that with those hands. So that is the pair of hands meant for the dagger specifically. And she can wield the dagger in any hand, because they both are like this. So suppose this is this hand, and let me see how you change it exactly, because you pop up like with the joint itself, and then I suppose how do you, so this is supposed to be a joint you reuse for the second hand, right? Yeah, it's definitely the joint you reuse for both hands. And well, getting it in is not easy. But definitely not impossible. The joint is still pretty nicely moving there. And here her hand is in. And I'll try putting the dagger into her hand, because otherwise it's not exactly a full. And the dagger is of course metal. It's really heavy and it's really pretty too. So that's what it looks like. The dagger. Okay. Well, let me actually reference the manual, because they probably have an advice on how you do it. I don't see any advice on how to do it properly. Well, that's what she looks like holding it. Yeah, it's not like, you actually have to balance it, I think, in order to give it to her. So, I mean, on the picture she holds it like down like this, I think. But I'm not sure I can even pull this off. Oh, I guess it balances on her. Ah, yes, of course, this will happen. I'm just trying to see if it's like even possible for it not to slip from her head at all. I don't see the way, honestly. And yeah, I did kind of like not insert it in fully, partial on purpose, because I'll probably be displaying her without this whole ordeal. But I wanted her to hold it for no, Please don't. Yeah. Have to be very, very gentle with dolls like that. And I think like if I insert the joint till like the very, very end, it will be better, but I'm not sure if it's how it should be, honestly, so I wouldn't push it further. But yeah, so here she is, holding the dagger of hers. Try to balance it really hard now. Yeah, that is not how it's supposed to be. Definitely. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this prop looks super, super nice, but it comes kind of with the exchange of, I guess, the ease of use and the ease of putting it into her hand. Usually in the figurines, you would have like a hand that actually clasps it quite tightly, so it doesn't really go anywhere. But I need to look it up. Maybe there is a way to kind of, you know, not glue it in, but you know, make it more permanent. But I think like I did not put, so that's what's happening here, like with this hand, is because I didn't put it fully in, and I'm not sure I want to. So for now it will just be like this. But it also comes with exchange of it not staying in the socket at all. Yeah. So Lilia, can you hold it for a second? Just so I can take a nice shot of you. Maybe if I pull it down like this. Yeah. See, she's holding it. Yeah, and the crest B. Of course, when you move her around, this whole thing just goes astray wherever it wants. But yeah, I think that concludes it more or less. That's it all. And the struggle of handling her. I think she's a really nice doll, honestly. I really like how she looks. I do like her life even more than I did on the picture. And I hope this little review here will kind of, you know, show you what those dolls are like. Because honestly, I wish I did know more about her. Because, you know, being worried about getting a new doll and then like, you don't really know much about those, right? So, yep. That's what she looks like. I'm pretty sure I can make her stand, but honestly with the dagger and stuff, it's a bit complicated. That's the hand that holds the dagger. That's her face all up. I really like her eye color, it's really pretty. And of course I will take care of her hair slightly more because, you know, whenever you're changing clothes, it's just going like this. Yeah. That's Lilia for you. Oh yeah, and the last part is, like I said, I first got her as a character who reminds me of Lacey Baskerville. But then I realized that next to her this little guy arrived, and his name is also Lilia. He's from the game called Twisted Wonderland. And as you can see, there are some similarities the two share, honestly. She's black-haired, he's black-haired, and they both have red eyes too. So I just thought it was a nice coincidence. And they are both named Lilia, so it was a funny little thing I noticed about the two. Oh, okay, thank you for watching this, and I hope this helped you, especially when you are deciding whether you should get the doll or not. And I hope this was helpful, and see you next time.